All right, welcome everyone again to our Postcard Networker Saturday morning breakfast call. It is March 25th, 2017. My name is Joel Broughton. I'm here with my beautiful wife, Kristen, and three little bundles of joy in the background. You might be able to hear them from time to time playing in the other room. So I do want to first just get the call started, as we always do, with our recognition, with saying congratulations to our members that are receiving checks this past week, that are getting matching postcards, that are having a lot of success in the business. And I always like to point out too, as you notice, there's a lot of similar names. There's some new names, there's some old names, and there's definitely a lot of ones that are recurring every single week, and there's a reason for that, because they are dedicated, they are sending out postcards on a regular basis. So congratulations to Stan and David. Congratulations Zaina, Greg, Twanzel, Justine, Catherine, Jim, Herschel, Joe, Donald, Charles and Ja, Sam, Jack, Brad, Mike, David, William, Arthur, Segundo. Congratulations Marianne, Jerry, Willie, Pandora, Clinton, Bendel, Roy, John, Richard, another Richard, and congratulations to Joan and Nathan. And congratulations to Howard, Phyllis, Alonzo, Everett, Brian. Congratulations to Nicole and Gail, Mike, Ronald, Sharon, John, Lisa, Kyle, Forrest. Congratulations to Brett, Crystal, and Carl. And congratulations to everybody that's building their business and making an impact. We are here for one big reason, and that's to put more people into your network, put more people into your business, and more dollars in your pocket. At the end of the day, my goal is, as always, to be able to help you achieve a full-time income from home with our system and with our ideas and with our strategies and with our training. And over time, you'll get there, okay, as long as you continue to stick with it. So just a couple of quick updates. The postcard orders, if you've had an order within the last couple of weeks, either an order or bonus postcards, we have been waiting. Our shipment has arrived. I'm excited. It's like being without postcards. It's like going outside without clothes, I feel like sometimes. So we do have our postcards. All of the orders will be shipped out by Monday at the very latest. So we've got some out yesterday. Some more packed up and going out today, and then the remainder of all of the orders, all of the current orders, will be caught up completely, 100% in Monday's mail. So the very latest, if you have an outstanding order, either for a starter package or for postcard orders or bonus postcards or anything like that, pretty much the very latest you should receive your postcards is Thursday. Because we do use 2 to 3 day shipping. So sometimes it's 1 day. If you're close to Pennsylvania, it might only take a day to get to you, or 2 days. I know sometimes it's kind of funny, even California, there's 2 days, and then some places in the middle there's 3 days. I think it depends on what part of the states you live in and how close you are to the shipping centers. But anyway, everyone should have their orders at the latest by Thursday. Some will get them sooner than that as well. And these are all the new postcard designs that I showed a couple of weeks ago. So there are no kind of the older postcards going out to any of the new orders. Everybody's getting the new postcards. And of course, hey, here's one thing, just to point out as well. Just to point out as well, the postcards, as we send them out now, I'll have fresh leads on them too. So you definitely have a bonus waiting a little bit. And even the ones at the tail end of a set are still going to be fresh, still going to be good, still going to be valid, okay? But it's always neat to get the brand new ones too in your hands, which you guys are going to be able to get here very shortly, okay? So today I just want to talk specifically about postcards, okay, and about building your business and your marketing, because to preface this before we kind of get into talking, I just want to explain a little bit about what this business is that we're building together, what Postcard Networker is, what network marketing is, affiliate marketing, all of these types of things or all of these types of opportunities, being able to work at home and be self-employed like this, what this really means. Because I think sometimes some of us, I'm not saying everybody, but some of us come in, and let me also say, this isn't necessarily just for brand new people. This is also for people that have that maybe think they know it all, okay, have been in the industry for so long and say, well, I've been doing this for so long. Well, the simple question, and I don't want to sound arrogant when I say this, but the simple question to somebody who's been doing this and been in this industry for 5 or 10 years and is not full-time, if you're not making a full-time income with it, the question is why not, okay? So I think that sometimes, people, and I see this a lot, there's a lot of complacency I find for people that think they know how to build a network marketing business because either they built an income one time, up to $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 a month, and then their business kind of disappeared or the company closed or something happened where they're not earning that income from that company anymore, and then they never really do it again, but then they kind of think they know better, right? They kind of think they know it all. They think they know how to do it, and they kind of skip around from business to business. And I, to be honest, I see this a lot. And they kind of critique all the businesses as to why it's not working for them. Well, this is why this is not working for me. This is why, if this company would only change the headline on their postcard, if this company would only have a different compensation plan, if this company only would have different products and services to offer, okay? And they kind of skip around from company to company saying and giving excuses. And I really challenge you, if you feel like you're in that category, or maybe even if you're leaning towards that category, you don't even have to put yourself in that category. You could just be leaning towards that category. I challenge you today to step out and take a hard look at yourself and determine whether or not all those excuses are actually valid, or if they legitimately are just excuses as to why you're not having success. So two types of people this is going to be for. One person brand new, and the other person I feel like, somebody who has been in this industry for a while and is struggling to make it to the next level, okay, to take this business to the next level. Network marketing and your business and your marketing efforts, I can really boil it down to one specific thing, and this is really, really important, okay? If you get nothing else out of coming to every single Saturday morning training, okay, every single Saturday morning breakfast call, write this down or take this with you, put it on a sticky note, put it on your mirror in your bathroom, or put it in your car or somewhere where you'll see it every day. Network marketing is simply just about building a team. Okay? That's it. It's just about building a team. It's about building a team of customers, building a team of distributors, building a team of people that you can work with. And if we kind of think about this and we relate it almost to like successful corporations, like this is your own personal corporation that you're building, right? Think about it that way. The good thing, though, about this corporation that you're building, your own personal corporation, and I'm not saying you have to start a corporation. I'm just, kind of using an analogy here to another company. But if you're going to build your own corporation, you kind of need a lot of people, right? A lot of people with different skill sets. The great thing about network marketing is, and affiliate marketing is, there is a company that you can affiliate yourself with that will handle everything but one task, okay? They will handle everything but one task. And the one task they are not going to do for you is the marketing and sales, Okay, that's basically your job, is to do the marketing, advertising, sales. Okay, that small component of the big company, I guess, if you will. They're going to do all the product creation. They're going to do all the product delivering. They're going to do all the payroll. They're going to do all the management, all the customer service, everything that goes along with a company that if you were to start your own as an entrepreneur, you would normally have to do. In this industry, let's just boil it down to the simplest, smallest kind of factor, in that all that you're responsible for is just that one component, just the marketing component, okay, the marketing, advertising, and sales. And that kind of is its own little group. Now, if you're not interested in sales, or if you're scared of talking to people, here's my advice to you. One, don't look at it the same way that everybody else looks at it. You know, sales nowadays is significantly different than what it was 10 or 20 or 30 years ago. And the negative connotation that sales maybe had, and the stigma that it might have had years ago, I feel has dissipated and continues to decline, the negative attitude that people have. Because I think people are smart nowadays. I think people, relatively, the average person is very intelligent, very connected, and we kind of understand as consumers. See, the consumer is a lot smarter now, so we understand as consumers that somebody has to sell us a product or service for us to be able to enjoy that product and service in our life. Somebody has to get paid, and I think back, 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 years ago, people used to kind of feel like this negative, like, oh, they're just trying to get my money, right? And I'm trying to keep my money, and they're just trying to take from me, right? But I think nowadays our society is changing significantly. I think consumers nowadays understand that somebody is going to exchange their money for a good or service, right? So we just have to decide, the value proposition now. We just have to decide what we want to spend our money on. And, generally, I think a lot of us are okay with it. I think, as a group of people here in the United States, Canada, and everywhere else in the world, I think we are okay with the fact that we are going to spend money on different things. And it's okay if there's a salesperson or a marketing person that's going to generate a commission from that, because they're helping us. So I want you to think of the sales task or the sales kind of job that we're going to be doing more as helping people, more as educating people, and more as building relationships with people. It's not about closing a sale. It's not about getting someone's credit card. It's about truly providing more value in their life with whatever product or service that we're offering. Postcard Networker is a prime example. My goal with Postcard Networker is to provide an opportunity and a community for you to be able to get high-quality leads, high-quality advertising materials, websites and systems to track it, and the opportunity to be able to generate a commission from that. Okay, so that's essentially my goal. So the service that we're providing and the products that we're providing to the end consumer are essentially the leads and the postcards and the training, okay, the online training and that type of thing. Some of the information products that we've put out and that we're going to continue to put out. All right, that essentially is the products that we're selling. The great thing with Postcard Networker is that we are allowing you to essentially be an affiliate or a member that can generate an income too, okay, by simply referring other people or by sending the postcards and having other people join and purchase the products and services that we offer. So if you kind of think about that, it's a very simple business model, and I want you to kind of, number one, not be scared of it, because at the end of the day, I want you to be doing the same thing that I'm doing, which is just helping other people, training, educating, providing our services, right? And primarily, the number one service that we provide is just the simplicity of offering people an opportunity to be able to get the leads and the postcards already pre-printed for them, right? That's kind of our unique part of our business that we're offering to people. There's many companies out there that offer postcards, but I would say 99% of them make you find the leads, right? Make you find source, print, or they make you buy labels. And then when you start going to these companies that sell, excuse me, when you start going to these companies that sell leads through on labels and leads to put on your postcards and stuff like that, a lot of them are just looking for that one-off sale. A lot of them actually aren't designed to create a relationship with you and build a team and help you actually build sales over time. Okay, and of course we specifically do that. So if you kind of look at network marketing and affiliate marketing as a whole, we are the marketing or sales arm of that type of industry. Okay, that's our job as affiliates, or that's our job as network marketers. Okay, that's our job as internet marketers, postcard marketers. Okay, whatever you want to call yourself, independent affiliates or independent distributors. All right, we are essentially that marketing arm. Now, the primary focus and the primary goal is to just build your team. Okay, I mentioned that at the beginning. If you learn nothing else, about advertising or marketing or sales or anything, the number one thing I want you to learn is how to build a team, okay, and how to build a group of people all working towards a common goal. How many people would agree with me? Would you agree with me? Excuse me. Would you agree with me that the people with the biggest team of the most buyers, the most customers, is probably going to make the most money? Okay? Agree or disagree? All right? If you have the biggest team, you are probably going to make the most money. All right? Now, I'm gonna say a statement here that some people won't like, but it's true. Okay? Next statement. If you build a relationship with your team, you will probably have a bigger team. True or false? Okay? Agree or disagree? If you build relationships with your team, with other human beings, do you believe you will have a bigger team or a smaller team? Okay? If you never talk to your team, if you never email your team, if you never pick up the phone and talk to your team, if you never maybe learn how to do a small little team group sharing webinar, if you never learn how to do a three-way call with a couple of your team members, if you never talk to any of the people on your team and build a relationship with them, you'll probably have a smaller team. All right? Here's one of the things that I do for my team, okay? I do a weekly webinar. It's called the Saturday Morning Breakfast Call, okay? I understand that you're probably sitting there going, yeah, but that's a company call, Joel. That's a corporate call. You own the company. You do it for everyone. Well, in a way I do, but in a way, everyone on this call is actually also on my team. You're all my team members, right? So we're connecting every single week through this webinar, my voice, my personality, my training, my plans, my goals. You know, we're connecting. We're bringing some different team leaders on sometimes. We're bringing different members. Sometimes we do Q&As. Sometimes we have different trainings. But I want you to realize that, listen, I'm just a team leader too. Even though I own Postcard Networker, even though I'm the CEO and I built it and I created it, and with my beautiful wife, Kristen, of course, fixing everything as I go. You know, I tend to be like a bull in a china shop, like, okay, let's get going, let's get done. Here's what we need, and then she's like, okay, I got to make it pretty, I got to fix this, I got to fix this. We don't want it to look like that. We want different colors. We want, maybe you're a little too strong on this. All right. So we are a wonderful team, but what I want you to focus on is that Postcard Networker's Saturday morning breakfast call, although it's a company or a corporate call, it is just my team call. I invite everybody on my team to the call. Now, when you first get started, building your team, okay, you might just get together with 1 or 2 people. You might only have 3 people on your team. You might call them individually and spend some time with them, getting to know them, or talking to them about their business or goal setting or something like that. You might put 5 of them on a conference call. Okay, you might put 10 of them on a webinar. But you've got to understand that the Saturday morning breakfast call, the very first one, I should actually go back and look at the statistics. Back when we very first started the Saturday morning breakfast calls, I want to say that there was less than 10 people on it. I'm not totally sure. I should see if I can go figure out. I think, I might be able to still see the history on it, but I want to think that there was less than 10 people. I think it's only like 6 or 7 of us on it, including myself, so that would only bring it to like 5 or 6 team members, all right? When we very first started, because it was a brand new thing. It was our business was a lot smaller. Our company was a lot smaller, and we were just starting a brand new thing, and so people would have to it doesn't fit my schedule or whatever. Now, the Saturday morning breakfast call live, we probably get 100 to 200 members or more. And then on the recorded training, probably thousands listen to the recordings. I don't know how many, but we post it all over YouTube. So, between the corporate YouTube channel plus all the members' YouTube channels have them, the Saturday morning breakfast calls on them. And then we also put it on a phone line, which tons of people listen to. So as we continue to build our team, sure, we might get 1,000 people listening to a call or 2,000 people or whatever, but it all started with like 6 of us, all right, getting together. And the point I'm trying to make is that as we continue to do that regular training, that regular call, that regular meeting, and you don't have to do a training like I do. You can just do almost like a fast track meeting where you get together and set goals for the week. You can just get together and talk about what you like about the business, and hey, did you get your auto ship set up? Hey, is there any new members on our call? And then all you do is you tell your members to invite their new members to your call, right? And you're the leader of the group, because they're going to be nervous because they're brand new, so they don't want to necessarily have their own call yet, right? And I want you to just think about, will your business be bigger if you start learning that skill of being the leader of a call, being the leader of a team, building the relationships with your team, having people start to recognize your name, your voice, your picture, who you are? They're going to want to start following you. They're going to want to start working with you, right? So, again, you don't have to do this, right? You can always invite your team onto my team calls. It's called the Saturday morning breakfast call, right? We invite everybody. But I want to challenge you that if you want to have a large, successful business and you want to go full-time in this industry, you stop hiding behind a postcard or a computer, and you start building relationships with real people, okay? People don't connect with a postcard. People don't connect with a website. People don't connect with an email, okay? People connect with other people, all right? When I have a conversation with you, or when you come on to a webinar like this and we can talk, or you can listen to different trainings and stuff, that's what you're connecting to. You're connecting to a real human voice, a real communication, real person, okay? So if you're just sending emails and postcards, you can build a business, but it's going to be tough to have a really, really large, successful business, okay, which I'm assuming everybody would love to have, but I guess the question is, are you willing to put in some of the work and be a little uncomfortable? I want to tell you this. when I first started doing webinars and calls and team meetings and stuff like that, I was uncomfortable too. It's not a natural thing to get up at the front of the room and say, I'm the leader, follow me. It's not a natural thing to stand up and do a speech in front of 500 people. But if you practice enough in front of 5 people or 10 people or 20 people, eventually talking in front of 100 people, 200 people, 300 people, you realize it doesn't matter. It's all the same, whether there's 5 or 500, right? So having said all that, that kind of, I think, puts into perspective what we're talking about when I first got started, which is just you got to build your team, right? Again, to build your team, I believe you need to have relationships with people. And that means setting aside time to speak with them, to set goals with them, to talk about their dreams and their aspirations, and to build a plan with them, and then to execute their plan. Here's the plan you can give them, okay? Because I know sometimes, especially when you're first starting out, you're brand new, or maybe you've got a team of 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 or even 500 people, you don't necessarily know what to say to your people. You don't know what to say to be the leader. You don't know what the plan is. So I'm going to give you the plan to share with them. Because sometimes they're not necessarily on these calls, right? So you have to reach out to them and talk to them individually or set goals and stuff like that. Here is the simple plan, okay, to be able to get free postcards and to be able to get a regular income from Postcard Networker, okay, and to obviously build your network marketing company and your real income through income stream number 4, okay. So step number 1 in our simple plan. Get on auto ship for postcards, okay? And it doesn't matter what level you're at. The levels, if you're at 100 or 200 or 500 or 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 postcards a month, okay, that isn't the important part. The important part is making the commitment to be on auto ship. The important part is making the commitment to regularly and consistently sending out your postcards, so that it becomes a habit, right? So that it's just something that you do, right? So that it's not like some shock when you get postcards in the mail. You're used to having them coming around the same time every month, right? So, and this is for your team. This is for you and your team, okay? So set up an auto ship postcard. Number 2, do surges of postcards. Okay, now what do I mean by a surge? Well, I find that every once in a while I get a little antsy in my business. I feel like I need to grow faster. I feel like I should have more members. And then sometimes the business is clipping along really well and the team is growing really well, and I feel like, geez, I'm so busy, maybe, I can't necessarily handle more. And until we stabilize the business again, then I need another surge, right? I need another boost. So surge postcards to me are basically every once in a while. So maybe you do your regular 200 a month, okay? Your regular 200 auto ship a month. And then surge postcards means maybe once a quarter, or maybe once a year, or maybe once every 6 months, or maybe once just whenever you get the itch to build your business faster. You do a larger purchase, you do a larger advertising surge, okay? Where you might, so if you're doing 200 a month, maybe every once in a while you might do 1,000 postcards, all in 1 month, okay, or all in 1 week, all right, and get them all out and get them in the mail, because that'll create more activity in a shorter period of time. It compresses the next 5 or 6 months into 1 week of your business, right? So if you normally do, let's say, 100 postcards, and then you surge and do 1,000 this week, that's almost like a full year's worth of postcards all in 1 week. Okay, does that make sense? So that's almost like adding a whole other year of sending postcards all in one short period of time, which potentially generates more members, generates more matching postcards, generates more commissions, builds your business faster. I always do this. So I do my regular marketing, and then I do some surges. Okay, when I feel like I need more business faster, I need to grow faster, bigger, quicker, better, right? I'll kind of throw a little bit more money at the marketing. And then the third thing is, of course, just build a relationship with the team as you grow. So as your team grows, you have to have some type of plan, some type of regular thing that you do to build your relationship with your team. Okay? You want to continually build your relationship with your team. Send the auto ship postcards. That builds the team. Send the surge. That increases the growth quicker at different times of the year. Build a relationship with your team. That solidifies your team and gets them growing and doing the same thing. This is not only your simple plan. This is the simple plan that you can lay out for your team members as well. Maybe on your first call that you get together with your team. And it doesn't have to be a formal thing where you invite them and then they accept, and then just call them and say, call your 2 or 3 team members, or your 10 team members, or your 30 team members, or whatever, and just say, hey, I'm putting together a call next Wednesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. Can you make it? Okay, we're going to be talking about our goals. We're just going to meet some of the other team members. We're going to kind of throw around some ideas and talk about what we should do to have success and stuff like that. So we're just putting together a little success mastermind group, and I'd like to invite you to come onto it. I'd like to personally invite you to come. So can you make it? Okay. And then on the call, you just obviously lead the group and talk about having to set up the auto ship postcards. So ask everyone, okay, hey John, hey Jim, hey Jerry, did you set up your auto ship? Did you how many? Okay, great, you've got your plan. And this isn't to call anyone out. This is just to simply say, listen, if we're going to make a commitment to our business, if we're going to make a commitment to building our team, let's do it right. Like, let's do what we need to do. And if we get together, then we kind of hold each other accountable, right? So the auto ship postcards, surge postcards, build a relationship with the team. I mean, that's a simple plan. Get them to set up their auto ship, get them to do surges, and then teach them obviously how to, spend time with their team, talk to their team. If you have any friends in your life, this is no different, right? We're just collecting friends that are also interested in making money from home, right? And also interested in building their network marketing company. We're just making friends, right? If you don't have any friends, this is maybe a great place for you to learn to start getting some friends, all right? And you can get cold market friends by just sending postcards, all right? Here's a simple thing, simple percentages, and I can't guarantee that these are going to be your numbers. These are some of the things that about a year ago I was showing people, listen, this is what can happen in your business. This can go faster or slower, okay? It can go faster or slower. And this is based on generating new members from the postcards and then them also sending out postcards, all right? Right now, if you were to send out 100 postcards, if you get just a 1% response, you're going to generate 1 new member, okay? And now there's going to be 2 of you. There's going to be you plus the new member, okay, which is right here, right? You plus the new member. You're going to have 2 of you, so you'll send out 100 the next month. They'll send out 100 the next month with you. So now you got 200 going out. At a 1% response, that's 2 new members coming in to your business, okay? And now you've got 3 of you, or 4 of you. I guess I got the numbers wrong, but you know what I'm saying, all right? Let's just say there's 3 of you, 1 of you quit. There's always that. You ever run a business in network marketing and not have someone quit? Right? So there's now 4 of you. The 1 person quits in the first week because they didn't really understand what was going on, and they quit everything in their life, all right? So now the 3 of you are sending out 300 postcards, which is going to generate 3 new members, which you'll end up with 6 now, okay, total. So the 3 of you plus 3 new, 6 the next month. That's 600 postcards, right? 600 postcards at 1% response, just 1%, is 6 new members. And as you can see, the numbers start doubling of postcards. The numbers start doubling of members, right? If you're all just on that 100 postcards per month, just 100 postcards a month, okay, everybody can do that. Okay, so now you've got 12 total members sending out 1,200 postcards. Then you've got 24, right? 1,200 postcards is going to generate you 12 new members on average, all right, if you get your 1% response. If you build your team, if you talk to your members, if you actually, pick up the phone and maybe speak to some of them or send them a personal email, all right? And don't get me wrong, the autoresponders do a lot. The system does a lot of the heavy lifting. The training calls, Saturday morning breakfast calls do a lot. But I believe that if you want to have a large business, you're going to have a much bigger business if you actually build a relationship personally with these people, okay, with your team. So as you can see the numbers, I just want you to see the numbers of postcards, okay? The numbers of postcards going out will be, 600, 1,200, 2,400, and this is just per month. If everybody's just sending out 100 postcards and your team continues to grow at a 1% rate, 4,800, 9,600, 19,000, 38,000, and these are postcards. These aren't team members, right? 38,000 postcards going out, 79,000 postcards going out, 159,000 postcards going out. That's 12 months, okay? Those numbers are based on 12 months of the team growing at a 1% rate, you getting everybody on their auto ships, right? Helping them all set up their auto ships, maybe doing some surges now and again to build the team quicker, and building the relationship with them to keep them, right? There's nothing worse than joining a business and not being able to work with anyone. That's when people feel isolated, they tend to quit. So if you have a lot of people quitting your business, it's probably because they feel isolated because you won't talk to them, primarily. I mean, I find that my leaders and my personals and people that call me tend to stay in the business longer. If I, spend the time to talk to them and answer their texts and answer their emails and pick up the phone. And, I get busy too, like everybody else, so unfortunately I do apologize if you've been trying to call me or if you couldn't get a hold of me or, if you sent an email or a support ticket and we didn't get back to it fast enough. My sincere apologies. I've only got 24 hours in the day too, and we're trying to do a lot for a lot of people. But that's where you as a leader need to pick up the slack and build these relationships with your people, right? Build a relationship internally with your team. Do you think these numbers can potentially be realistic in 12 months for you to build up a team that's sending out 150,000 postcards a month? Is it possible for you? Is it possible for anybody? Well, let me tell you this. In about the last 12 months, we've built up a team, Kristen and I, okay? We've built up a team in about the last 12 months of our team sending approximately 150,000 postcards every 4 weeks. Okay? We send probably in our team about 200,000 postcards about every 6 weeks. Right now. Now, our team consists of all of the whole company, Postcard Networker, okay? But we did it, like we did it. So I'm not saying you're going to do it. I'm not saying if you get on 100 auto-ship postcards, you're going to do it. You still have to build a relationship with your team and build some skills and get some of the right people on the bus, right? Find some of the right people, but I'll tell you what, if you spend the time setting up your auto ship, doing surges like I did, and building relationships with your team, I don't see anything that's really holding you back from being able to have a team the size of my team. I honestly don't think there's anything holding you back. Now, some of your team might be below the fourth generation, right? And you might not be able to see them, but they're still on your team. They're still your members because they can still join your network marketing company, right? If you build out your team into your network marketing company, many network marketing companies are going to pay you down 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 generations of people, right? Or more, right? So it doesn't matter if they're just in your 4 levels or if they're in 7 levels. You're building out that team, right? So is it possible? Well, I think in the last 12 months I've proven that it's actually possible to follow this plan, to do this plan. Now, I didn't start with in all honesty, I didn't start with just 100 postcards, okay? I mailed out, I think, about 2,000 postcards when I first got started, but that was a surge, right? That's what I talked about. You send out your regular auto ship and you do surges. So I did an initial surge when I first got started of 2,000 postcards to get the business going, to get some leaders going, to find some good people. All right, and then I, sent out some regular postcards and got my team going and started talking to my team and getting them, hey, sending out regular postcards and stuff like that. All right. So as you build your business, it's important to understand that we are going to have success together. We are going to work together. We are going to support you. You're not alone, but you also have to support your team. You also have to support your people and build your business too. Okay. There is not, that I am aware of, a network marketing business in our industry today that you can have a huge successful business in and never talk to another human being. Okay? We're pretty close with Postcard Networker. I mean, you don't have to talk to the leads. You don't have to talk to the prospects. You don't have to do cold calling. You don't have to do any of that kind of hard, crappy stuff that we don't like, right? But at the end of the day, once people join and once people are getting started, we do encourage you to talk to them. Do encourage you to build a relationship and build your team. All right. Again, you're building your own corporation, right? You're building your own company. You're building your own thing, whatever you want to label it. And it's important that you be the leader of your own team. Okay. So, set your plan. I'm just going to go back to this one. This is your plan for today and moving forward. But this is also the plan for your team as they come into the business and as they start to work with you. Give them this plan. It's very simple. Auto ship postcards, surge postcards, build relationship with your team. Okay? So I am going to end on that. I do see a couple of questions coming through the chat bar. If you have placed an order, I'll just repeat it again and I'll let you guys go. If you have placed an order for postcards anytime in the last little bit and you haven't received them, they will go out at the latest by Monday, which is in 2 days, and then up to 3 days shipping from then. Okay, so 1 to 3 days shipping from then. So you'll have them by Wednesday or Thursday at the latest. Okay, have a great weekend, everybody. I wish you all the best. Bye for now.